We're going to start recording. Great, thank you. Thanks for that. Well, those that have attended and could make it tonight, thank you so much for coming along to learn more about our case management diploma. My name is Betty Barakat and I'm the course coordinator for the Diploma of Community Services Case Management. So this session is going to give you a little bit more information about what the case management diploma offers. And please, if you have any questions, just pop them into our chat box and we will be very happy to answer them. So before we start, in the spirit of reconciliation, ACAP acknowledges the traditional custodian of country throughout Australia and their connection to land, sea and community. We pay our respect to our elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples today. So today's agenda is welcome, a little bit about ACAP, the course information, and then we have a Q&A at the end. So sit tight and enjoy. So an overview of ACAP. So ACAP's been delivering since 1983. So we started as a small organisation to a very big one to date. So we are a national provider, so we do offer courses on campus and online throughout Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Adelaide, Perth and Byron Bay. We do offer courses in coaching, counselling, criminology, psychology, social work and management courses. We have had over 20,000 graduates graduate with our qualifications. So let's talk about bringing yourself to ACAP. So at ACAP, we do our best to make people feel comfortable, you know, while studying at ACAP. We do have teachers, support teams, we have learning support, all who are committed to your study with ACAP in helping you through your study in ACAP. We are committed to creating a diverse and inclusive learning environment and ensuring that our community is treated equally so that you can enjoy everything that ACAP has to offer. There is a link there where you can learn more about how at ACAP we work to ensure that everybody gets treated equally. So why choose ACAP? When I ask, you know, students, previous students, and I ask them at the end of the course, why have they chosen ACAP? They always tell me it's the support. You know, we really strive on supporting our students through their journey, throughout their learning experience. We do have lectures, tutorials, we have personalised learning. We do offer the diploma and other courses online and on campus. We have our teachers are specialised in the industry. So those teachers that teach some of the units actually are qualified in the industry and have a wealth of knowledge that they like to share with everybody. And they do that in the online or the on-campus learning experience. We do have learning support. We have library support. Our student placement is a requirement in the diploma, but I'll talk about that more later. We do have accredited degrees. So when you do finish your Diploma of Community Services, which I will talk more about throughout this slide, you can articulate into any of our degree programs. We have 3 intakes a year in February, June and September. And we do have, you can either pay your fees upfront or fee help, or what we call vet student loans. So what student support offers you is on-campus workshops and online webinars. They offer you academic support, topics such as essay writing, individual consults with an SLS advisor, and there is free and confidential counselling services available to all students, and you have accessibility services for our students as well if you feel you need that. We are committed to supporting our students. So let me talk about the diploma itself. It is nationally recognised. When you do complete the diploma, you'll be awarded the Diploma of Community Services Case Management. There are 16 units of competencies to be successfully completed in order for you to receive the diploma. You can either do it 1 year full-time or part-time. Maximum is 3 years. So you've got 3 years to complete your diploma. Currently, there is 120 hours of work placement, which provides you with industry experience of your choice or supported. So what I mean by supported is that our work placement team will help you to look for a work placement. And within that 120 hours, we provide our students with peer support, or basically peer review sessions, we call them, or supervision sessions, where one of our qualified teachers provides debriefing sessions to discuss what happens or what happened within the work placement, or if you need further assistance. We do have on-campus workshops, which are compulsory. So some of the units might involve you to attend a 1 day or 2 day workshop. But once you study in the diploma, you are given all the resources when you begin the term. And within the work placement, obviously, you are learning practical skills. So you learn a lot of practical skills on placement. Within the diploma, so what specific skills will you learn? So within the diploma, you'll learn what I like to call skills that you can put into a toolbox. So you will learn, you will actually enhance human well-being and meet basic human needs for all people. You'll learn to analyze client needs. You'll be able to implement strategies to assist with issues impacting a client's well-being. You'll be learning to communicate effectively with clients and your peers, so your co-workers, your colleagues. You'll be able to support clients and help them to facilitate their own self-management with ongoing tools. What I mean by that, case management plans, mental health recovery plans, and so forth. And you'll actually be working with the client to facilitate change. And as I said before, you develop case plans with the client. They're just some of the skills you'll learn while on the job and while studying the Diploma of Community Services. When you're in placement, you will basically, it's voluntary. Now you can, if you are in the industry, you can actually apply for credit if you're in a community services sector. You can apply for credit, and that will help you work towards completing the placement hours. And that is part of a credit application, but our course advisors can assist you further if you are in that category. When we talk about voluntary work experience, it is unpaid. Our team of placement officers will help you to obtain placement, and then the placement is aligned with the knowledge and skills that the course entails. So what you'd learn is what you learn in theory, you're able to apply in practice. You'll be able to reflect, use some reflective skills. You will use your ethical practitioners we have ethical practitioners with theoretical knowledge and improved skills. Now, we hope that you'd start your placement in trimester 2, and then of your first year, if you're studying full time, you'll be able to complete the placement within the 2 trimesters. We have over 300 organisations in our placement database all around the country in Australia that you'd be able to choose from. But your field placement officers or work placement officers will be able to assist you. Your graduate outcomes. So students who successfully complete the diploma will receive a credit or to enter into one of our ACAP bachelor courses. Typically, those that actually study the diploma actually go into our Bachelors of Social Work, which is another great course. So as an overview, in the industry, currently in 2020, there were 62,200 welfare support workers. So employment for caseworkers, welfare support workers predicted to rise by 2025 to 73,000. So some of the graduate roles would include, you can get yourself into government bodies, so local, state and federal, large and small NGOs, community and health sectors, criminal justice systems, faith-based agencies, aged care, mental health, not-for-profit organisation, international agencies, and potentially, you can work towards employers such as Centrelink, Department of Family and Community Services, Catholic Care, Anglicare, and Mission Australia. So it's quite broad. Your opportunity once you've completed the diploma is quite broad. So when we look at the graduate employers, from talking to past students, they've either gone into Mission Australia, Catholic Care. I know some students in Melbourne had gotten into Melbourne City Mission, Department of Ageing, Disability and Home Care, Salvation Army, Lifeline Australia, Beyond Blue, Westmead Adolescent Care, and the list can go on, as you can see there. So it's not just limited to one organisation. It's quite a large, diverse list there, and it depends on what area you want to specialise in, and you can work towards that. So the course entry requirements is and our course advisors can help you on that further. Miles, did you want to talk to this one?
Sorry about that. I had a freezing computer.
Okay.
Basically, the course entry requirements are really easy. Either you've got your certificate 4 or above qualification, or if you're under 21, you've got your certificate your senior secondary school certificate, or your state equivalent. So for New South Wales, that's your HSC. For Queensland, it's your QCE, and Victoria VCE, and the rest of the other states. Or if you don't have one of those two or higher, we have what's called the LLN, which is the core skills participation assessment. And what it is 2 tests. One is reading, one is mathematics. They are completely open book. You can use whatever means necessary to help you pass the assessment. You can even have someone reading the questions to you as long as you're doing all the work. And basically there's no time limit on them whatsoever. And as I said, you can take as long as you like, as long as you don't log out of it before you've completed it. Otherwise, it thinks that you've completed the assessment. Other than that, it's relatively easy to do. I do it every year. And as long as you take your time reading the questions, you should pass it quite comfortably. It's set at a year 10 level maths and reading. And back to you, Betty.
Thank you so much, Miles, for explaining that. So thank you. Yeah. So if you have any further questions, please put them up in the chat box about the course entry requirements. Okay. So one of our previous students, I'd like to, she was one of our, a very appreciative student. She had written that the reason why she picked ACAP was because I wanted to get hands-on experience in case management. And she was lucky enough to be offered a job as a case manager for a high-profile, not-for-profit organisation, only 6 months into studying at ACAP. So that was just from our one of our students, and there are many more like her as well. She found it quite helpful studying and working at the same time. It just gave her more clarity and focus. Okay, so that pretty much completes our session for today. Does anyone have any questions? Miles, you pretty much answered some of those questions in the chat box.
Yeah, I'm actually just having a private message with one of the students at the moment, answering questions. But basically, I'm going to put my email up and the contact number up. So if anyone has any questions at any time, you can email me or call me on these numbers. Also, I will put in Danny's email address because she's in here as well. And she can actually help you with all your questions also.
Okay. Do we give it another 5-10 minutes or?
If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask, even over the system. I can definitely help you out if it's about the enrolment process. Otherwise, Betty is our expert and she may be able to answer some of the clinical type questions.
Great. Well, I hope that's given everybody an insight to our diploma. I'd hope hopefully to see you in trimester 1. Thank you very much for joining. I'm going to end the session now.